Oefen, je moet oefenen. Oké, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وعن أبي ذر أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ما من رجل يكون له إبل أو بقر أو غنم لا يؤدي حقها إلا أتي بها يوم القيامة أعظم ما تكون وأسمنه تطأه بأخفافها وتنحطه بقرونها كلما جاءت أخراها ردت عليه أولاها حتى يقضى بين الناس متفق عليه. So this is a shorter version of the hadith we done earlier, and it just same thing, same message more or less, that you do not discharge your zakat, whatever zakat it is, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whatever, we do not discharge zakat, then that same zakat will be used to punish you. So, narrating the authority of Abu Zar, he says that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, that there's no person that yakulu lahu ibilun, he has camels, أو بقر, or he has oxen, right? أو غنم, sheep, goats, لا يؤدي حقها, he does not discharge its right, إلا أوتي بها, except it will be brought يوم القيامة, on the day of Qiyamah, أعظم ما تكون, because of what it can be, وأسمن, and most fat, right? تطأه بأخفافها, it will trample him with its hooves. وتنحته بقرونه, and نحت ينحت, it will headbutt him with its horns, right? كلما جازت أخراها, every time the last one, so it will start in a line, the last one passes, ردت عليه أولاها, the first one will start again. حتى يقضى بين الناس, until the decision will be made between the people. In other words, until Allah Ta'ala makes a decision that who's going to Jannah, who's going to Jahannam, etc., etc. So the message there is pretty simple, that you will be punished. The same wealth that you were so impressed with, the same wealth that you didn't want to part with, the same wealth that you hung on to, you didn't want to give it to the poor people, they write from it, they got their 2.5% right from it, it will be your means. So the same thing that you are so over and armored with, the same thing that you are so in awe with, it will be the means of your destruction. Right, read the next one.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن جرير بن عبد الله رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا أتاكم مصدق فليصدر عنكم وهو عنكم راض. رواه مسلم.
Right. So basically, remember, in a Muslim country, you get Amwal Zahira and Amwal Batina. Amwal Zahira means that wealth which is apparent. Like, you got sheep, goats, and all this stuff. So it was the Sharia's duty in a Muslim country, the Amir or the Khalifa, whatever, will have his people that will go and collect the zakat on the Amwal Zahira, right? And the Amwal Batina, like your cash, your silver, your gold, that you must give your own zakat on, right? So here is some guidance with regards to pay your zakat on your Amwal Zahira. The authority of Jarir ibn Abdullah, he said that Rasulullah said, إِذَا أَتَاكُمُ الْمُصَدِّقُ. So Musaddiq here referred to the person who was appointed by the Khalifa or appointed by the government, whatever. When he comes to you, فَلْيَسْتُرْ عَنْكُمْ, then he should leave from you, وَهُوَ عَنْكُمْ رَاضٍ, in the condition that he is happy with you. Rawahu Muslim, Imam Muslim narrates this particular way. You say, what does this mean? You tell me, I give you a minute. You can even take the Hasha and tell me, what does this mean? When he comes to collect the zakat, he must leave from you in the condition he is happy with you. What does it mean, Yusuf? أنت تعرف ما معنى هذا الحديث؟ ما معنى بين لي في لغة العربية؟ إذا أتاكم المصدق من قبل الحكمة فهو يروح عنك وهو عنك راض. ما معنى هذا الحديث؟ انظر إلى الحاشية. بين لي ما معنى هذا الحديث. إذا أتاك خليفة يعني العامل الخليفة وهو يأخذ منك الزكاة والصدق فليذهب المصدق عنك وهو عنك راض. ما معنى هذا الحديث؟
معناه don't check about what is zakah, what is going on here. But this law and just pay. Don't check it.
Okay, you understand more or less. Yeah, you don't know how to express it, but you understand. What you say it means? He understand what he's saying. He's saying what he say. He understood what it means, but he cannot express it. When he leaves from you, when the person appointed by the government comes to you to collect the zakat, in his mind he must feel that this one gave me what is due to the government. It's not that he gave me the worst wealth, or he gave me the thing that he can't sell, or he gave me the lame animal, or he concealed. So in other words, when that Musaddiq leaves from there, he must feel in his mind that this man has fulfilled his obligation. He's fulfilled his right. He gave what was necessary to give. He gave what was necessary to give. You understand what I'm saying? You understood that? Now look at it. Now look at the same thing. إِذَا أَتَاكُمُ الْمُصَدِّقُ. So understand Musaddiq means the collector, the one who's come on behalf of the government. فَلْيَصْدُرْ. Another word for this is also called the sa'i, sa'ayas, or sa'ayas asa'il. So he must leave from you in the condition that he feels that this person never do the government in. This person never do the government in. He gave the government, and obviously what he's going to give the government is going to go to the poor people, right? So he must leave from there in this condition that he feel that you gave the correct. I told you, Musaddiq refer to zakat usul karne wala, the one who will collect the zakat. And the mutasaddiq refer to the one who's paying the zakat. Listen, remember that, Yusuf. Mutasaddiq, the one who's giving the zakat, and al-musaddiq, the one who is collecting the zakat. You understood that? And also, like how you pointed out also in Luqman, you also said what you said is also correct. Besides giving him what is due to him also, like what that he must feel, you must also teach him, treat him with respect. Don't treat him with disdain. Oh no, yeah, this guy came to take my wealth away. And then you rude and you abrupt with him. He's only doing his work. He's been sent from the government. He's been sent from the Khalifa. He's sent from the Muslim ruler to collect the zakat. So he's only doing his job. Why? Well, if he's being excessive, like in extracting zakats from you, he's only choosing the best wealth and you want your best animal and all that type of thing, and that's a different story. But as long as he's being fair and he's being moderate and he's doing his job like how he's supposed to do his job, right? Then you must also be fair with him, right? Right? And like I told you, remember, there's also adab and etiquette for the one that's collecting the zakat. He wants to take the best wealth. Because obviously, if he take the best, you got a prize bull there now, or prize ram, or prize camel that you're using to service your whole herd. Now he say, no, you must give this camel, you must give this bull to me. I want this bull in zakat. And this is the best bull of the person. So obviously the owner is also going to have resentment in his heart. So then if you have resentment, then you can't blame him, right? So he must be just, he must be fair, he mustn't take the worst, and he mustn't take the best, he must take the mutawassit. And then when he's fair, obviously the owner will also be fair because say, look, this person is not taking zulm upon me, he's not taking my best wealth, he's being fair, he's being impartial, etc., etc., right? So there's adab for the musaddiq and there's adab for the mutasaddiq also, right? Okay, read the next riwayat. Read you. What's your name? What's your name? Musa, read. Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن عبد الله بن أبي أوفى رضي الله عنهما قال كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا أتاه قوم بصدقتهم قال اللهم صل على آل فلان، فأتاه أبي بصدقته فقال اللهم صل على آل أبي أوفى، متفق عليه. وفي رواية إذا أتى الرجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم
إذا أتى الرجل النبي مفعول.
إذا أتى الرجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بصدقته قال اللهم صل عليه.
Right. Interesting, very interesting hadith. And Abdullah ibn Abi Awfa, narrating the authority of Abdullah ibn Abi Awfa, it means Abdullah was the son of Abi Awfa, right? He said, قال كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم, إذا أتاه قوم بصدقتهم. When any nation, any people would come بصدقتهم, with their sadaqah, their zakat, قال اللهم صل على آل فلان. Oh Allah, صل على آل فلان, send your special blessings upon such and such a person. So he said, فَأَتَاهُ أَبِي. So the Abi is now where? Abu Awfa, right? Once my father came to him بصدقته, with his sadaqah, فقال Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم, اللهم صل على آل أبي أوفى. Allah Ta'ala, send your special blessings upon the family of Abi Awfa. Muttafaqun alayh, there's a muttafaq alayh riwayat, means here in Bukhari Sharif and Muslim Sharif. وفي رواية, and in another riwayat besides this riwayat here, it's mentioned إذا أتى الرجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بصدقته, that when the person would come to Nabi with the sadaqah, right, قال اللهم صل عليه, or Allah Ta'ala send blessings upon him. So generally this word salli, you cannot use it for besides a Nabi. Remember that. We cannot use it for besides a Nabi. Yes, when you couple it with a Nabi, then you can use it. So I can't say, look at me, just look at me 1 second. I can't say, Allahumma salli ala Luqman, لأنه يأتي كل يوم إلى مدرستي. Allahumma salli ala Yusuf, Allahumma salli ala Musa. I can't do that. But what you can do, this is a masla, it's a Muslim teaching you. If you couple it with Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like you say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa salli ala Luqman aydan, then you can send salat upon a person, right? That's one thing. Then the second thing is, yeah, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is making. So this was the peculiarity of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He could make dua of salat for anybody because he was a Nabi, right? You understood that? So if somebody asks you, if somebody tell you, but look here, you say that you cannot make send salat and salam on besides a Nabi, but yeah, Nabi Sallallahu was doing it. So this is from the khasa'is of Nabi Sallallahu. You know, there's certain things that were specific with Nabi Sallallahu, quite a few things. Khasa, there's a whole book of khasa'is and nubuwah. Like tahajjud was faras for Nabi Sallallahu. You know that. Tahajjud not faras on us. Tahajjud was faras on Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You know that. Nabi Sallallahu could marry more than 4 wives. Just some random things that come to my mind. There's certain things. And also, another thing that come to my mind that you will come across through your studies as you do the hadith, inshallah, that if Nabi Sallallahu missed his sunnats, then it was necessary for him to make qada of his sunnats also. That is also one of the khasa'is of Nabi Sallallahu. Another one also, they say, ulama mentioned, that hijab was not wajib upon Nabi Sallallahu even for a ghayr mahram, because he was like the father of this ummah. So you see certain hadith where Nabi Sallallahu speaking to the ladies and that type of thing. It's another khasa'is of Nabi Sallallahu. So this is also from the khasa'is of Nabi Sallallahu, that you could make dua of salat, but generally you can't do that. We can't do it, right? You understood that? Yeah. So we learn from this, also from this hadith, also you learn something interesting, that you are collecting zakat, maybe you or somebody come to you, your Maulana, maybe with alim or something, whatever. So somebody, you're going to be Imam one day, inshallah. Somebody come to you, yes, I got 5,000 in zakat, I want you to give it out to somebody, or maybe you work with a You work with a charitable organization, Al-Imdad, Al-Fida, Council of Ulama. Then you must make dua for the person also. May Allah Ta'ala accept it. May Allah Ta'ala make it a means of forgiveness. May Allah Ta'ala make it a means of our forgiveness. Obviously, you can't say Salli. Eh? You won't say Salli. That was specific to Nabi Sallallahu, right? But you can make it the dua. When your donors, you give them some dua, etc., etc., right? Okay, read the next riwayat, inshallah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن ابي هريره رضي الله عنه قال بعث رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اسمر على الصدقه فقيل منع ابن جميل
منع بن yes, I'm also منع بن جميل
منع ابن جميل او خالد بن وليد والعباس.
Right. Okay, stop there. Right. So once very interesting incident is here. Right in the authority of Abu Hurairah. Right, and I see the other people that don't make something. There's no wajib in a shop. There's no wajib. They say, yeah. No problem.
وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا ينقم ابن جميل إلا أنه كان فقيرا فأغناه الله ورسوله وأما خالد فإنكم تظلمون.
Once the right now authority of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Rasulullah said and Umar radiallahu ta'ala to go collect the sadaqah. But it was not the sadaqah obviously is a broad means the zakat. And also I tell you this referred to amwal zahira, not the amwal batina. So if you got money like stashed away, gold, silver, then that you the responsibility of the shadi zakat that you as an individual. But like what is your amwal zahira, your sheep, your goats, maybe your goods of trade, that stuff, that's the shariat will and the shariat will right. So Nabi Sallallahu said as Umar al Sadaqah. So but when Nabi as Umar came back, he gave a report and he said, Ila Mana ibn Jamil, Ibn Jamil, he didn't want to pay his zakat, right? Wa Khalid ibn al-Walidi, as Khalid, the famous Sahabi, he also never gives zakat. Wal Abbasu, and Abbas, the uncle of Rasulullah Sallallahu, he never gives zakat also. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, so Rasul responded, ما ينقم ابن جميل إلا أنه كان, that Ibn Jamil did not dislike to pay his zakat except أنه كان فقيرا, he was a poor person, right? And then فأغناه الله, Allah Ta'ala gave him, now he told him to part with his wealth. Kapi set up straight. وأما خالد, but as for regards to Khalid, فإنكم تظلمون خالدا, you people are oppressing him, you're asking him for too much, because he is not a trader, he is not the person who got wealth. What was he? He was a ghazi, he was a soldier. احتزب أدراءه, احتبس, he kept back أدراءه, his shield, right? وَأَعْتَدَهُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, he's kept it and he's prepared it for the jihad, right? So in other words, he only got his shield and his horse, he got his instruments of jihad and he's keeping it ready for jihad, right? وَأَمَّا الْأَبَّاسُ, and as for Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, فَهِيَ عَلَيَّ, don't worry, whatever zakat you have to pay, I will pay it. And here's something, وَمِثْلُهُ, and the likeness of it that is with him. And then Nabi also mentioned something very, very important. He said, ثم قال يا عمر أما شعرت, don't you know أن أم رجل سن أبيه, don't you know that the paternal uncle of a person is like his father? متفق عليه riwayat. So what this means here, that you must respect your father's brothers like your own father. Your father's brother is like your own father, especially when in the absence of your father, if your father is passed away, etc., etc., then you will respect him, you will what you call it, take mashura from him, etc., etc. And so, okay, so let's just look quickly a few things there. Naqama yanqimu. وما also as well also comes from وما تنقم منا, means to dislike. So here it's mentioned here in this context it means he is refusing. يعني أنكر Ibn Jamil. Ibn Jamil is refusing to give the zakat. Yeah, in the Shara is mentioned he was actually a munafiq. So here is mentioned initially in first stages of Islam, he was a Muslim, he was a munafiq, but eventually hasuna Islam, he became a proper Muslim. So initially he was very, very poor. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua for him that Allah Ta'ala blesses him in his wealth. And as a result of the dua of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah Ta'ala enriched him. And in the initial stages when he was still on nifaq, he refused to pay zakat. That is when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned these words here. Then as al-Khalid ihtabasa adra'ahu is a jama' dira'un, dir'un, adra, jama' of dir'un. We refer to shield. Then so yeah, he's kept it back solely for the pleasure of Allah Ta'ala for jihad. Sorry, I think I read it wrong. So ihtabasa adra'ahu wa'atudahu, right? A'atuda is a jama of itad, and a'atuda means like you say the implements. I said i'tadahu, it's wrong. So it's a jama. A'atudahu is a jama of itadun. He's kept his instruments, his shield, his spear, fi sabilillah, for in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he's not a businessman that got like a lot of sheep, a lot of goats, or gold and silver. He's just got his implements of war, and then obviously he lives off the booty that he gets from jihad. So he's a mujahid. He's not a businessman. So by you people wanting zakat from him, etc., etc., you are oppressing him. He's a poor person. So what he's saying, ihtabasahu, he's got it ready in the path of Allah Ta'ala. He's made it work for what? For the spread of deen. So where is he going to get money for zakat? And you know, as Khalid bin Walid was till the end, he was ready to go in jihad until his last. So this part here, when Nabi Sallallahu said with regards to Abbas, فَهِيَ عَلَيَّ وَمِثْلُهُ. One explanation is this, that this year I will pay my uncle's zakat, and also next year I will pay his zakat. And so that I will give 2 years zakat. And that was your trying to say, don't complain about my uncle. I will give you zakat and I will give double even. Maybe he's got some reason. And he said, he is my paternal uncle. And you must respect your paternal uncle, your father's brother. Like how I'll show you respect. You show to your father, you show to your father's brother also. Sin for abihi. Sin also like a branch. So in Quran, sinwanun, right? وغير sinwani ويسقى بماء واحد. It's like There's also another hadith that says that your elder brother is also like your father, né? And there's also another hadith also that say al-khalatu mithlu al-um, that your mother's sister is also like your mother, especially in the absence of your mother. You must also respect her, and then obviously make mashura with her, etc., etc. Okay, we stop there, inshallah. So remember that one. It's a hadith that says the father is like the father. It's also a hadith that says that your elder brother is also like your father, also respecting and something. And also there's a hadith that al-khalif that your mother's sister is like your mother. So all these people, you must also be respected. And in absence to your father and mother not there, then you will like mashura with them, you will take scholars from them, etc. Obviously, they also must play that role. Like your younger brother has passed away, for example, and he's got children. And you must also offer. Why they don't want to? They're not interested. That's a true story. You must offer them support. Also, help them make decisions, marriage decisions. If you're the elder brother of the family, also the father is not there. Help some problem. Younger brother got the drug problem, the first problem, he's got that problem. Then elder brother, you have to step in also. And also, like I explained out there, so if the mother is passed away, not preserve our mothers, and your sister's children struggling financially, emotionally, and as the aunt, the father, and then also step in and see where you can help, right? Then I will also